If you guys haven't been living under a rock, then you should be very well aware that Kai Cenat, one of the biggest Twitch streamers of all time, has just concluded his hosting of the Streamer University. This event showcases around 120 live students who were accepted into the college out of the millions of applicants. Kai Cenat holds them in his new university that he rented out, and they perform different classes, they stream everything, they do vlogs together, a bunch of IRL content together for around 3 to 5 days. One of the other biggest American streamers in the entire world, IShowSpeed, has just concluded his performance at the World Cup. With a myriad of different collaborations seemingly happening every week between YouTube and Twitch's biggest titans such as Joe Bartolozzi, Queso, Jinxie, Sketch, and more, streaming has never been this condensed at the top. To clarify, this condensation at the top of streaming's lists has always been an issue, especially within Twitch itself. The biggest names get the biggest amounts of viewers for a reason. They are usually more entertaining, they usually have bigger ideas and cooler kind of games that they are playing, and overall, it's usually just a better viewing experience to watch one of these titans compared to a low-level 10 to 100 viewer streamer. Now the same thing could be said about the 2016 to 2018 era. Fortnite had come out and quickly risen to be one of the most popular games of all time, and big titans like Ninja and Tfue had risen up from the Fortnite crowd and have since built illustrious careers where they are garnering hundreds of thousands of viewers every single stream. So again, to clarify, this has been a almost decades long issue within the streaming universe. The biggest streamers get the biggest amounts of viewers for good reason. They are hard workers, they are honest workers most of the time, and they do entertaining content. However, I see a very big difference between the 2016 to 2018 streaming era and now in the current 2025-2026 streaming era, and that is a lack of authenticity and trustworthiness. With the rise of the internet term and phenomena clip farming, in where you have a bunch of people on your stream ready to clip up any funny or cool thing that you do on stream, streamers have been incentivized to just be the most outlandish and crazy versions of themselves in order to garner more clips, which will thus garner more views on other platforms such as YouTube and Twitch, TikTok, all of it. Almost every single top dog on the streaming charts right now is clip farming currently. If you log into a Jinxie stream, he's probably screaming at R6. If you log into a Joe Bartolozzi stream, he's probably raging.
Type in chats! Type in chats! Because I know you're hearing me. Type in chats and respond to what I was saying. Type in chats and respond to what I was saying. Type in chat!
If you log into a Queso stream, he's probably talking about stupid jokes and yelling and being fat shamed. The same thing can be said about Twitch's biggest streamers, IShowSpeed and Kai Cenat. They have built an insane following, an insane pool of millions of dollars of wealth off of IRL content, off of clips, and off of just doing all of these things in order to become more popular, and over the course of basically a decade for both of them, they have gone from no followers to tens of millions of followers across YouTube and Twitch alone. In no way am I trying to shame these guys. They are hard workers. They have earned their place in the social media world. However, I do think there is going to be a very big problem once these guys start to fade away and retire. What is going to happen with the next generation of streamers? You are not going to have anyone authentic anymore. You are not going to have anyone who's truly hardworking anymore. It is going to be almost entirely clip farming children who are trying to get popular the way that Jinxie, the way that Queso, the way that these guys got popular, by making fun of themselves or making fun of others, by being loud and boisterous even when that defies their true nature. And I, quite frankly, disagree with that way of making videos, of streaming, of living life. Being fake is not good. It leaves you exposed, it leaves you feeling incomplete when you are not truly yourself. And I think later down the line, a lot of these big streamers right now, again, like Jinxie, like Queso, they are going to look back at what they were doing 20 years ago and kind of just be cringed out.
I'm an idiot sandwich. No. You're a beautiful sandwich. You're an awesome sandwich. And you're my sandwich.
Do you think Queso lives his everyday life being fat shamed constantly and yelling and screaming and making poop jokes? Do you think Jinxie lives his everyday life falling out of his chair repeatedly and screeching at a video game? No. N-O. And once again, I am not hating on these guys. They are hard workers, they just need to get their bread and get out, and I respect that. However, I think the generation after these guys is going to be in a horrible place. I honestly don't know if streaming is going to be valid anymore in 2036 once these guys start to retire, because who's going to replace them? Again, it's going to be inauthentic, insecure people who only clip farm and do nothing else. Look at the new guys already. Clavicular is one of the biggest names in streaming right now. You have other guys who have been around for longer, like Jack Doherty. These guys are literally harassing people online, doing surgeries on themselves, doing stupid stuff in order to get attention, in order to get views, and thus have garnered insane followings and made millions. And that is not okay. See guys, we've let it get so out of hand with all the clip farming and all the streaming and YouTubing that we can't really reverse that now. It's just not possible. There's too many people who are mega fans of Speed or Kaisana or Queso, or even people like Clavicular and Jack Doherty who are widely disliked within the community. Those people are still going to get views as well because it's rage bait. They are just, they're still famous just for the opposite reasons of like Queso and Jinxie. So at the end of the day, we can't really like make these people any less popular, just in the same way that you can't just suddenly strip John Cena of all of his wealth and all of his, relevance. Even if he messes up and like was outed for being like, I don't know, like a child pet, he's still gonna be John Cena. People are still gonna talk about him. People are still gonna watch his old stuff. He's still gonna be talked about even in a negative light. It's just these streamers, these YouTubers who have millions of followers, they're just at that point of celebrity and stardom where you can't really remove it, and you can't get people to suddenly just stop watching them either. It's not like we can just defund them, right? Because at the end of the day, dude, there's a high chance that not even a whole lot of people watch this video despite me trying my best. And it doesn't matter how many videos and essays come out about how we should cancel this person or that. It's not gonna happen, man. People are just too popular nowadays. You can't really just remove these dudes from relevance, right? Kai Cenat took like a year-long break from streaming or something, right? He hops back on, he's instantly at 150,000 viewers. You just simply cannot get rid of these big titans because they just simply are so huge and so massive and have such a huge cult following. It's just at a point where if they deserve the fame or not, if they've done bad things or not, we can't remove it. So to answer this kind of question, no. We can't fix this, we can't change it. The only thing you can do as an individual is just stop clipping them, man. These clippers are the ones that are keeping these guys so huge. These like 150,000 people who are regularly clipping all these big streamers, they need to stop. That's how you get it done. But at the end of the day, we know those clippers would just get replaced by new clippers. These YouTube side channels about clips specifically would just get replaced by new ones, right? It's just the way that streaming and YouTube has morphed into, and it is really sad as a fan of old YouTube who watched a lot of like Ninja's streams growing up about Fortnite and stuff. It is sad to lose that authenticity, to kind of just be given way to this kind of fakeness, man. It is really sad, but at the end of the day, we can't change it, we can't fix it. And so yeah, do your best. Don't fund people you don't like or you don't want to give money to. These people who are so stupid and give these streamers $200 like every stream, bro. Like, these people are actually morons. Like, I don't understand. Like, these people already have millions of dollars. Why are you giving them $200? Yeah, they're gonna recognize you. They're gonna go like, oh man, thank you, gelatinous butt cube for the $100. And then it's gonna be over. The dopamine rush is over. Oh, you just lost $100, man. Sucks to suck. They're not gonna care about it. It's just in their wallet, right? So yeah, that's what I have to say here, bro. Thank you guys for all the love and support, as always. Check out the streams, man. I stream every single night, 8 p.m. to like 1 a.m. I'm working my butt off on these videos, bro. This video alone, like, Editor Sam could put something up like here, but this video is probably going to take me like 2 days to edit because like I just had to find all the footage, I have to figure out how to edit, right? But guys, thank you guys for all watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.